They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them.
Set to kick off.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. This is James Robinson. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. That catch good for 5. It's third down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
It's now fourth down.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They'll run the cross. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Washington first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Tua. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Here we go,
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Tua. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back back to the ground, this time with Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of 1, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Jordan Reed has it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
At the 24-yard line.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. This is Jones. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
The Lions on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go, here we go. 10 Tucson. Got double tight. Set, go.
Now Locke on the bootleg, rolling to his right. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And they will run it with Michel. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Sony Michel with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll run it now with Robinson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Past the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 28 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 2 to throw again. Being chased out left. He'll run it to a hit, and the ball is out. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Ready. Set, go.
To throw again. Block. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Ready. 15 Lonnie. Switch. 6.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
At the 42-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Let's go. Ready, go.
Shotgun snap to Lock. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 11.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. This will make it into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Brandon Graham able to record his 5th sack of the season. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Escaping the pressure right. He'll fire it deep for... Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Washington. Jalen Reagor, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington has made this a 1-score game. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Lions 14. Washington 7.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Locke. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. The drive keeps moving.
They run with Jones on 1st down, but he'll struggle here just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Sliding out of the pocket. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 38-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit. Again, it's Jones. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
You got nothing. Go, Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, let's go. Let's go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Boyd. And he is going to have a Lions first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Jones. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. He'll get a dozen. Have a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Jones. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
51 the mic, boy. 51. Let's go, D. General, West. Check 9. Watch out.
The give is to Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Block going to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the field goal. A 31.
Blankenship's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board. That won't beat us.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. James Robinson. 76 yards. And Washington able to make this a close game again. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense. Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no return here from Westbrook. This will be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. The second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it in. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line, and these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot, and they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
At the 40-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Down Michelle. And he stopped immediately there. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
7-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
10-10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You wonder with any receiver how he'll handle working over the middle in the NFL, especially with a young receiver. They tried it there to no avail.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. They'll roll him out right. He can run for it, and he will. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Tagovailoa looking to throw it. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Back to throw is Tua. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Rookie Jalen Reagor, the intended target that time. But it'll be 2nd down.
23-yard line.
Come on, set, black 40, red, yellow.
Back to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. One final try for Tagovailoa. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. But Charles, a 1-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that 1-score game. We all knew what was coming. The Hail Mary, they just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long, see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So for Detroit, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Washington, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
the wins. Came in the top on the 10. Now we on top once again. I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on top once again. I don't want it if it ain't love. If it ain't, get it away from me. Who you gon' jack if it ain't us? LABB to the bakery. Some mad that I came up. I know my granny gon' pray for me. It was just us in the vacancy. We had to get it from A to B. Wheels never felt like this. 2 seats in the hills, how I feel righteous. Blue sheets for the mills, but the deal priceless. New keys can't care what's still private. I might just double it up. Did it? Never enough, I'm with it. 5, 2, 3 on the business. Whole team got wins and the wheels still spinning. I told them what I told them. We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Hey, I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on top. Got a spot and it's locked to the click all in. I got ops, if he drop, I just hit my dance. I was pop, they just watched, had to take my wins. They wouldn't let me in. I've been on 10 cents. Who really holding it down? I've been holding it down and I called it again and again. Who was the dummy that died? I'm the coldest around, but he falling again and again. I'm in the what? I'm in the day. I'm doing 30 on 30 and up. You in the what? You in the way. Either you rolling or rolling the dust. You with us or what? Keep it running. We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on top once again. We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Hey, I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on 10.
Nike check. I done made about $1 million. I'm only 19. Ice water dripping on my white. Man, she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it. Watch me do it. On them all, on my wrist, going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They like, hold up, wait a minute. Like, don't make sense. Don't really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken. That JT finger licking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep a rack in my socks. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my stocks. Hey yo, Nike check. T-shirt check. Sneakers check. Socks check. Hoodie check. Shorts check. Nike check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it. Watch me do it. On them all, on my wrist, going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. Going up sky high while I'm rocking Air Force. And she just wanna ride, shorty bad and gorgeous. She was rocking stripes, said it's alright. Then I cut her off, shorty stepped on my off-whites. Okay, now wait. Gotta get the bag in racks every day. Don't tell me to relax, I can't, I'ma stay. Got a new Prestos and a Jason away. Got a new wrist watch, but it don't take time. Might pull up on a hop if it's too hot. And he wanna play ball, hit a 3-point shot. Or this my court, got a block on lock. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it. Watch me do it. On them all, on my wrist, going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They like, hold up, wait a minute. Like, don't make sense, don't really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken. That tasty finger licking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep a rack in my socks. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my stocks. Hey yo, Nike check.
I don't know no better, I'm on this every day.
racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the gold place. And if we pulling up with the whole squad, are you ready to told y'all that you better be running? I'm in my go yard when I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man. Suck it if y'all in denial. I get the chip on them and I bust out the south side. Is that big of the guy? Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, body. Hey, I don't know no better. I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy. I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming. I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy. I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro. I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team, and we riding on him. More action and no talk. I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team, and we riding on him. Hey, couple of bins up in my pocket. I don't want pause to get wild nonsense. We got momentum, don't try to stop it. Diamonds are clearer than my conscience. I don't let bygones be bygones. That's when I'm honest. Penthouse building, reach heaven's heights. Now that's what you call a God complex. Remember the days I was down low when it was out cold, but I went out and got it. Look at my milestones, man, it feel like the Dow Jones when you look at my pocket. Look at the flex, whipping the Teslas. I'm a mess, but it's all a finesse. Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, body. Hey, I don't know no better. I'm on this every day. I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming. I could barely wait. And when it was on, it was...
This Lions fan base have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Detroit Lions. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Stafford. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Harold Landry in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Just 1 catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the first.
Set! 280! Chinese wrinkle! Chinese old wrinkle!
first down. It's Robinson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16.
First down, Tampa Bay.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. On the run, it's Robinson. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, Stafford. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 22-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Set. 80.
They'll run on first down. It's Robinson. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Stafford. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Now Stafford. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3.
37-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 20-yard line.
Forward. Mike, 54. Bound to lose one. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, watch the slant.
Jackson on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. He's going to take off with it. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Play action. Now Jackson rolling to his right. Oh, wide open, complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one goes for 30 yards.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Well, that's good for a first down. He's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, good job defensively to recover. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And the Lions are going to have first and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Flushed out right to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. From 8 yards out, and the Lions have taken the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title round. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Stafford. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 41, Stafford. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
3rd and long. It's Stafford. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Tackle made at the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
They go play action now. Jackson. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to throw those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football. Caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. Taking it in. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away.
The Bucks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
21.
From the gun, Stafford. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Steps away to his left. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
We saw these guys have some big plays in their wild card win last week, and they're certainly going to need to continue to put up plays like we just saw there if they hope to continue to move on in these playoffs.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
A 7-yard pickup.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, this pass complete to Higgins. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Open man is Higgins. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Again, Jackson. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
2nd and a yard.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain there of 21 yards. Quick strike out wide by Jackson. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he returns this to the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane. They're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? This time they'll just keep this on the ground. And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Operating from the gun, Stafford. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to keep it here. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 40-yard line.
Play action. It's Jackson. Flush to his right. That's taken in by Higgins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. And I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
They go right back to him for 20 and a first. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Lions add on to their lead.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. 2nd and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup. Slings this deep from McLaurin. On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Flushed out right. Able to find Higgins. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. T. Higgins. 38 yards. And thanks to the interception, the Lions offense cashes in with 6. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35, Buccaneers 3.
And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. From the 24, Stafford. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, but it's going to be 2nd down.
32.
Throwing again. Stafford. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And he is all the way up past the 25.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it. Because
and he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A big play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his...
Your friend smart, but my bud's wise, yeah. Get the job.